everybody, it is Maquany, and welcome back to another episode of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. Last time, we were working on finding some Stanlerines. This time, we are in the stockroom to find another Stanlerine, but we found a little parkour area, and we're going to go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. Look at us parkouring it out! I didn't even know this existed. I'm glad I saw it, though. I'm assuming... Oh, yeah, here it is. Stanlerine!
These little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies.
Figlies? Nah,
What
Stanlerine.
name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small
Stanlerine.
number in the corner of your screen go up by one? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Stanlerine. By far, Stanlerine's better. Okay, so... what do we do now? Jump off the side? Oh, there's a vent over here. Where might the vent to take us? What the hell is this? It's a different part of the office, huh?
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that
For a
would be.
second.
All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Oh, okay. That's it. Just like that. That's the ending? That's the ending. Alrighty.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Found a
What could it
Stanlerine,
mean?
got an ending.
Stanley decided to
Oh,
go
the
to
bucket's
meeting
back.
room.
Replacement
Perhaps
bucket.
he'd simply missed a memo.
The bucket!
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
I didn't lose it. I just shot it to freedom. Get it right.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered
Fireplace
the door on his left.
and blue-green, or red-blue room. So we're going to try the arrows for red-blue.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I honestly have no clue if
Stanley had
that
felt
is
the
the right
bucket
way or
calling
not,
to
but
him,
we will
telling
try.
him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
And I guess we could go back to the meeting room, but at the same time I want to... Did I ever take that? In the main game? I did, didn't I? I honestly can't remember where that goes, but... I don't know, I'm starting to think that I'm wrong with it being the red-blue doors. Should I go back to the... well, fireplace. Where have you seen a fireplace other than the boss's office? That is it. So I guess we can go back over there. Maybe I missed it before.
The two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Warehouse access plan. Construct a bridge. Blah, blah. Okay, so yeah, it's just the fireplace and somewhere both red and blue. Where is somewhere red and blue? I don't know. And the fireplace, I thought we already went over there in that area.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Because I already got the one in there. Somewhere red and blue.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication.
I was hoping maybe I could, like, go up in there.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
I'm scared because I feel like I'm at a loss. Maybe I should have gone with my gut. Gone the other way. Fireplace. That's the fireplace. No? Then where the hell could it be? My blind ass.
You've nearly gotten all of the Figler Anmarines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one. And then the first
blind
number
ass.
will equal the second number. And that will be it. We'll be different people by
What
now.
I was supposed to do is I was supposed to get that one on the way to the ending.
None of them. And now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler Anmarines. None of us can.
Figure Anlarines? Okay, can we leave now? Can I leave? Can I begin the game again? Is it gonna save? We'll just resume the game. I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine, but I also don't want to lose my progress. So, I can't believe I didn't see that the first time. That annoys me. Because, ugh. Blue and green room. Or blue and red room.
Stanley and the bucket.
That's the only one I'm a little
door that read,
meh about.
Mind control facility.
Let's look at this.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
That's how I like it. Violent death.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Yay! There's red. I don't see no blue. I doubt there's anything down this way, but maybe there's a secret ending with the bucket, because it seems like if you do endings with the bucket, you get some secrets. I don't know, maybe not. Oh god, if I keep yawning. Sleep is probably something that I should have done.
Motion, and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise. Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket. But what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death. It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket.
Can't believe they got
the
the voice actors all the way back out here again.
But this one stood above the rest.
It's just different.
It was a glorious bucket to behold.
It is, yeah, the bucket. Wonder if it has a different bucket. The grand exhibit. This is different. Cool.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take
so I didn't waste our time
this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his
25 buckets. I feel like that's more than 25. Inferno bucket? Can I pick it up? No, I can't pick it up. A replica of the Inferno bucket, which was a medieval era. Oh, medieval era bucket. The stress bucket. Worrying, negative forecasting, negative thinking, lack of reassurance. Coping strategy holes. Huh. Big old bucket museum. Cave drawing. Ooga chaka, ooba chaka, bucket, bucket, bucket.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Is that a tunnel? This is like the suicide tunnel. Let's go! Oh. Oh, thought I was gonna die. Turns out I can just grab the bucket again.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do
What might
together,
that
you
be?
and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander.
Are we trying to let the rise of the buckets? Are we trying to let the rise of the buckets happen? Planet of the buckets? Okay, so there's one more Stanley left. What is happening? Oh, this is just like a...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Love this game. So interesting.
Stanley
Okay,
clasped
where?
the
Okay,
bucket
we need
tightly
to...
his chest
The
and
big brain.
entered the door on his left.
Where is there a red and blue door? Or not door, room. Room with red and blue. We've only had one to the right so far, so it must be that. It must be to the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
It must be the
But
door, so
Stanley
it was
had
like
felt
maybe
the
maybe
bucket
my
calling
gut.
to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
It's
And
not,
here
though.
It was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this no? Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to
No.
the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
No.
The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Yes, sir, bucket.
Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top.
Yes,
There's
sir,
something up
Daddy
there
Bucket.
I need you to do.
Okay, Daddy
Stanley
Bucket.
did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk.
So-
But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Okay, let's just try this. Because there's a red and the blue door. Maybe that's what it was talking about.
Stop. Look there on the wall. You see? There's a
Oh.
sign right there. It says, no
I don't
buckets at
care!
this point.
Let me go in!
How could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket?
Play dumb.
I suppose
Always
that would
works.
explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the
Right, this
impact
may
of
as well be
story
called
is
the Stanley
dependent
Parable
on
Bucket
your
Edition.
understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Okay. All I can imagine is just getting like a fucking jump scare out of nowhere. Is this a bucket?
then,
Is this a game
I'm
show?
going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about
I'm good
what
at this
is
stuff.
or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
That is indeed a bucket.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
My bad.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
That's not a hologram. I saw it bounce.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Okay, here. I got it, this one.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
No. God damn it.
This is a bucket.
My mama raised me well. Is that a whole ass tractor?
Is this a bucket?
Yep.
What? Are you hallucinating? It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
Ain't no, ain't no way.
Correct. This is.
What? I think he just gave up on my BS. He's just like, oh well, I'll go with it.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
No. It's a 3D
Question.
reincarnation.
Both. Gotcha.
How is it both?
Item. Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere. Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket
It's not
is
that
something,
deep,
and
though.
therefore nothing could possibly be something.
I didn't realize buckets
Unless,
were that
in your
deep.
twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Yeah, I'm about to
You
give a
know
big
what?
ol' fuck you
I'm
to the
too
narrator.
confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that.
Shouldn't have
I'm
put so
sorry.
much reliance on a
I'm going
bucket.
to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go.
Thanos snap.
What happened? Is everything gone?
Everything is a bucket.
Was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful. To
This
get some
game makes me
clarity on that issue,
rethink
but
my
it doesn't change
existence.
the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Whole new hallway. It's all dark.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket
This
in
is
his
the one that
arms
was in
again,
the
he was home.
home screen. Or the loading
Stanley
screen or whatever.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Here's what we're gonna do. We will get the last Stanley in the next episode of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. Thank you guys for coming out and watching this episode. If you liked it, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. Throw down some feedback. I'll make sure to check it out. I look at every single comment and respond to every single comment. So, if you have anything to say, anything, just tell me how your day is, anything like that, just let me know. I'll make sure to respond to it. But like I said, thank you all for coming out and watching another episode of the Stanley Parable. If you enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. And I will see you next video. Thank you for watching.